Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another 3 questions in 3 minutes, this time with our LGBTQ plus Power Players for June. Today, I'm joined by Carol Bullock, the Executive Director of the Pride Center of Staten Island. Carol, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much for having me.
So I'm so curious about the Pride Center of Staten Island. Could you describe the vision a little bit more and also the services that you're able to offer?
Of course, absolutely. So we really have specific targeted values at the center. So community, inclusion, allyship, and a brave space. And if you really dig into each one of those, it's really about meeting the needs of the LGBTQ plus community here on Staten Island. So we're constantly changing based off of the needs of our community. As far as programs and services, we offer so many programs. By the way, everything is free at the Pride Center of Staten Island. We offer mental health counseling services as well as support groups. We offer free and confidential HIV testing as well as education around that. We have a lot of different youth programs we offer as well. So we work a lot with our youth here on Staten Island. We work with our senior adults through SAGE programming, and we actually have a dog therapy program as well. And we've run a ton of events as well throughout the community. And one last thing I have to mention is outreach and education. So we go into organizations and businesses all over Staten Island and do trainings based off of whatever needs they would like us to talk about.
Before you came to the Pride Center, you had a very different career. So I'm curious, after 30 years at Staples, how did you come to the Pride Center? How did you come to be the executive director? What encouraged you to make this shift?
You know, I had my run at Staples. I loved it. I grew up with the company and I learned so much, but I felt I always had this sort of desire to work with the not-for-profit and give back. So I started doing volunteer work while I was with Staples, but with organizations outside of it, of course. And this opportunity opened up, and a friend of mine contacted me and said, "You should send your resume in." And I did. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really understand what a grant was, or, you put money out just to get reimbursed. I didn't understand that concept. But for me, it was about running a business, right? But secondly, and most importantly, building relationships. So I talk a lot about education, but that also is creating visibility and having conversations with elected officials and other organizations to really educate our community and make our challenges very visible so people know how to help us.
Definitely. And of course, problems can only be tackled by communities. I mean, it really is all about relationships. That's how you build progress. That's how you get things done.
The one thing I would recommend to anybody, whether it's an individual or a corporation, is to visit your local LGBTQ center. Really get to know what they offer, what the resources are that they offer, what the challenges are faced by that particular community, because it can not only help you understand how to be more inclusive, in your personal life, but also in the workplace as well. So I think by educating yourself, asking, some of the tough questions and understanding what our obstacles are can really be something that should be done not just during Pride Month, but all year long.
Carol, thank you so much for joining me and for being a power player.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm really honored.